This is a story about a girl who put together a fake pregnancy, gender reveal, even childbirth, health conditions, you name it, for some miscellaneous reason. I mean, I don't mean to ruin the suspense of the video here, but this is mental illness personified in the form of some random Scottish lassie who just so happened to recently have gone viral on TikTok. This obviously had pretty catastrophic effects on the people around this girl. I'm talking friends, family, as you could imagine. And there's a whole unhinged story to boot that we're gonna go through in this video. But before we do that, why don't you become a part of my story by subscribing to the channel? We're aiming for 300,000 by the end of the year. It's a close one for sure, but this time last year we weren't even at 100k, which is pretty surreal. Thank you guys so much for that. All gratitude disappears, of course, if we don't achieve this goal by the end of this year, so just bear that in mind, yeah? And of course, drop a sub, baby. Anyway, this story in particular about Kira, that's the girl in question here, went viral because Kira's, well, I guess ex-friend made a TikTok story explaining the whole thing. Now, at the time, this TikTok account was like quite a small one. I think there was only like 3 or 4 videos on it. It wasn't like it's not a famous influencer telling a story, you know, for millions of people. It's sort of an innocent, I guess, just chucking something out in the wind, and if it catches flight, then it catches flight. It just so happened that the story was interesting enough that even though it was not made with like watch time in mind at all, and it's not structured like a usual TikTok video that is built for engagement, the story itself was just so insane that it garnered millions of views. Like, it's gone completely viral. I'm getting requests at every single angle. I can't escape this thing. It's like a rash. It's just completely taken over my body and mind. And the second I started listening to it, yeah, I quickly saw why. So I guess first, to put a face to the name, this here is Kira, and that there is a fake bump. You know, it's not a real bump. It's like, that is what fake means. So well done, Dankyjabo. This is why you have 300,000 subs almost. When the actual childbirth happened and they were actually like rocking about with what was supposed to be a real baby, the doll was like mega. It's one of these like it's one of them reborn dolls. It's meant to be like a practice for having a real child. So the closer you can get it to the real thing, the better, obviously. And with modern tech, yeah, you can get them pretty goddamn close. A lot of people also use them for miscarriages and stuff like that to help them cope with the loss of a child. That's obviously not what's going on here, but this is sort of the purpose of these dolls in normal circumstances. I mean, those dolls must be unreal. This could be like the best sponsor that those reborn dolls have ever had. I'd take it for sure, and I've received some awful products from potential sponsors. I've told you that story before about how like a sex toy company wanted to sponsor me, but they seemed super amateur and rinky-dink. And to make matters worse, when they actually like got a good feel of the toys themselves, yeah, I feel as though they would have completely ripped your pussy off. They were that bad. But just to be clear, I feel like some people got the wrong idea when I said that. I'm not against like sex toys at all. I'm not even against sex toy sponsors either, like even a little bit. I just need to make sure that the quality is decent enough to where I'm comfortable taking it, like pretty much every sponsor. Which is why this video is sponsored by Bellesa. Okay, so this is genuinely one of the coolest partnerships that I've done, because Bellesa and I are sending out free toys and gift cards to everyone that signs up. Like, not one of those, maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't, is this a scam? Nah. Everyone gets something. If you don't already know them, Bellesa is a bi-women company that is focused on sexual wellness and empowerment. Their whole mission is to help people embrace, explore, and celebrate their sexuality without shame. However, as I'm sure we can all agree on, it doesn't really matter how morally virtuous you are. If the toy quality is shite, then it doesn't really matter, does it? Luckily, however, the toys being offered here are top tier. I'll give you a look at what they sent me. First, you've got the Air Vibe here, which is like a dual stimulant for both the G-spot and the clit. Also comes in one of the most discreet casings that they have to offer. Also, it's totally waterproof, so that's fun. Next is the Pebble Pro, which is their newest edition, and it's pretty fucking wild. It has 3 interchangeable heads, one for suction, one for thumping, and one for licking. You can mix all that with 5 vibration speeds. It's also waterproof, rechargeable, and super sleek. Plus, the ergonomic design actually feels like a real extension of your hand. Now for the blokes, we've got the Ultra Blow, which is this thing right here. It thrusts, it rotates, and it has 8 different dynamic modes, as well as 4 speeds and 4 different patterns. Like a good English breakfast, if you will, you can use it however you want. It's a completely customizable experience. I wouldn't recommend you use those 2 things interchangeably though. Like, you probably shouldn't put an English breakfast on your partner's cock. Unless you want to. If that's your jam, it's your jam. I can't tell you what to do. And finally, the Blow Pro, the Tornado Stroker, which is like the mega evolution to that last one. Rotation, thrusting, and vibration all in one. You get 5 speeds of each, an ultra soft silicone opening, and that same transparent chamber for a visual bonus. It's splash proof, easy to clean, which is super important. You want to be cleaning these. And like most of their products, completely rechargeable. For all these products, just remember to stay safe, use a lot of lube, and thank me later. Okay, maybe not that last one. That'd be a bit weird, actually. I mean, just sitting here actually being able to hold the products in my hand, it's very clear that the quality is high, everything's luxurious, body safe, and made for real people. So yeah, if you want to try them out, everyone who signs up using my link below gets either a free toy or a gift card for one. Genuinely, it's that easy. Go hit the link, join the giveaway, and treat yourself. All right. Back to the video. But yeah, first thing you'll notice is that she's very young. This isn't like a group of middle-aged people who are having midlife crises and doing insane shit. This is very much like a young, irresponsible, naive people doing stupid things. But like, that's not an excuse, the age here, because there's no 19-year-old in the world that thinks this is okay. Oh, well, to put it more succinctly, there's a statistically insignificant amount of 19-year-olds who think this is okay. I'm not even sure that Kira here thinks that this is like an okay or good thing to do. I just think that she genuinely thought she would get away with it and that people wouldn't clock on. Which, to be fair, it took them a lot longer than you would think. But let's just get into the video, shall we? So here's the beginning of Kira's ex-friend explaining the story and the TikTok that's gone so viral.
She made Jamie take the baby a walk, like, up the kelpies and all that. And this doll you could actually feed, and literally, like, in the same minute it would shit. That's what Jamie said. She never fed the baby when she was at mine.
Yeah, so just for some context there, Jamie is the father of the, well, he's not a father, he is the, I guess, supposed father of this child? He was what was meant to be the father. I don't even know how to phrase it, man. He's the victim here. He's the wee kid who's been taken on the fucking ride of his life by this lassie. God knows what he's feeling right now, but I guess maybe we'll find out if we keep watching. And yeah, like she said there, this was like a really advanced doll. Here's the clip of the gender reveal if you weren't convinced at just how crazy this woman is.
So, this is Kira at her own gender reveal, and me looking like a fanny at a gender reveal for a doll. But at the time, believing I was being supportive for a friend.
And then here's like the picture that she chose to post from this gender reveal. Obviously that poor kid there who she was hugging and that is Jamie. Pretty important to mention here that Jamie does not want a baby. Like, at no point during this story was Jamie okay with having a child. They had only been together for a couple months at this point. It's very obviously like a young, teenage, naive kind of relationship. It doesn't seem as though he was trying to date for marriage here. Although maybe that is a bit presumptuous. Maybe he genuinely was, or just wasn't thinking about it that deeply, and a couple months just isn't long. Yeah, I think it's a lot more likely that, you know, it was a normal relationship, but a couple months just isn't long enough to, you know, want to have a child, especially when you're that fucking young. Like, from everything we hear, they still live with their parents, they're not making that much money, they're fucking 19, 20 years old, they're still students. Not only that, but Jamie has parents that would go fucking mental at the thought of him having a child as well. I'm not sure if it's for a moral reason or a religious reason, it's not really any of our business, to be fair. It makes total sense. Like, if a mother is not happy with a 19-year-old kid having a child, you can't really dispute that or get angry at it. I don't think most 19 to 20-year-olds are ready to have children. So yeah, long story short, Jamie, very reasonably, did not want to have this kid. So he's essentially begging Kira, like, oh, please don't tell my mum that we've had this baby. Or even that I've just got you pregnant to begin with, because obviously he's hoping that they can abort it or find a way to abort the child. Obviously, Kira don't give a fuck, partially because it's not a real fucking baby, and just tells Jamie's mum anyway. Again, this poor lad has been taken for, like, the ride of his life here. Bear in mind, by the way, that Kira, according to Neve, the friend who's telling the story, has built Jamie's family up to be these, like, horribly abusive, like, maniacal individuals that she doesn't even want to be around. Like, she is actively unhappy with Jamie's family being around her in the relationship. Like, it's a bad part of their relationship. Whether or not that's a lie, we don't know, but it's very difficult to, you know, trust this woman. Like, if she says that a family is horrible, then they're probably lovely. If she served me a cup of tea, I definitely wouldn't drink it. If she told me that life was beautiful and worth living, I'd probably kill myself. Purely because, in my mind, doing the opposite of what she tells me is likely to be the correct answer. And then in that gender reveal you just saw as well, like, we gotta remember the amount of money that is spent on shit like that. You know, for a big family that already isn't financially well off. Apparently they were soliciting donations and shit from this as well, so it's not just like a moral failing. You know, it's not just like a way to appease her fucking sick, twisted mind. Like a way, I don't know, to stroke some ego thing because she might be grossly insecure that no one will actually love her, in her opinion. But I don't know, maybe she's just so scared of that she feels feels the need to force this onto people and like lie about it all. By the way, it's not just a failing on that end, it's also just like really predatory and scammy as well, which is even worse when you're scamming the people who are closest to you, like the people who will attend this gender reveal, come to, you know, the childbirth and all that sort of thing. Those are the people who are meant to be like the most trusted people in your life, and you're scamming them? I'd hate to think the position that Kira is in right now, because it can't be pretty. Like, no one's gonna trust this girl. I mean, not that she didn't bring it upon herself, but still. And to make matters worse, she told everyone just a few weeks later that the baby had a heart condition. Like a hole in the baby's heart, she said. I'll play more of the video.
3-4 months go by and she has a gender reveal, and everybody is at the gender reveal, both sides of the family at the gender reveal, and then she makes it a wee girl because Jamie's mum only has 3 grandsons and her mum doesn't have any granddaughters or any grandsons. Her own mum believed that she was going to be a grand for the first time. She was so happy.
Again, it's just more collateral. Like, they must have been fucking gutted when they found out that it was a doll. Maybe part of it is like emotional manipulation to get people on her side, or maybe like the relationship was slipping away and she naively, like a fucking idiot, thought, oh, if we have a kid, then we'll have to get back together. The relationship will be good again, which a lot of really silly people believe. All that really leads to, as most reasonable people know, is a broken home with parents that don't like each other and a very unhappy child. Luckily here, it was just a piece of plastic though, so no real harm to any children. Unless you classify, you know, Jamie as a child, which, I don't know, 19 years old, I wouldn't dispute it. Obviously not the same kind of child as a fucking toddler, but still.
Then, 2 weeks after the gender reveal, she posts that the baby has a hole in its heart.
Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier, but I actually have the Facebook post, I think, that Kira put up here about the hole in this baby's heart. A screenshot was taken 1 minute after it was made, so someone screenshotted this immediately. I don't know if it was Neve, but I don't know, a little strange. Not saying that it discredits the story or anything, but just a bit odd, I guess. I love the reactions to this, by the way. Oh, my baby is like close to death and very, very much in danger, and people are reacting with thumbs up, angry faces, and oh my god, dead babies! Oh! None of these reactions are, like, suitable for the post. Like, who's angry at this? Maybe you're angry at God, like, oh, fuck the world for allowing this to happen to a poor innocent soul. And then the shocked face, oh, what? No. I guess that one kind of makes sense, but maybe a heart would be more suitable. And then the thumbs up. There's no justifying that one. Like, who's thumbs up in this post? To be fair, maybe I'm just like an idiot, because I don't know how Facebook works. I'm not 60 years old. Maybe that's just what the like button looks like on Facebook. It always has those 3 emojis. But I think it's funnier to think about it my way. Anyway, sorry, the post. It's been a challenging and heartbreaking couple of days regarding baby Gardner. Name was Gardner. It's a pretty name as well. What a shame. Jamie and I have had some time to talk with family and close friends to share some information, and I feel now, as everyone's checking in and asking, we share the news of our beautiful princess. Thankfully to the midwives and sonographers, these last few tests have picked up something that breaks our hearts. Sonographers? I don't know, maybe there was a spelling mistake, maybe I'm just an idiot, I'm not too sure. Grieving that healthy baby we thought we would have, but knowing soon she will still be in our arms. What is this like? Oh god, why is she writing like this? They let us know that baby G has 1 congenital heart defects. This means that she is born with it at birth and will be present in not sadly her adult life. And will be present in not I not sadly I not. It's like is that like an Apple thing? Is that like when Steve Jobs goes to the Cub Scouts, the kind of knot that he learns, the I not? This condition is known as a complete balanced atrioventricular septal defect, AVSD or AV canal, which means he has a hole in the middle of her heart. He has a hole in the middle of her heart. Fucking hell. Like, did she proofread this at all? I know this is pedantic, and like, if this was a real announcement for a real baby and a real condition, I wouldn't be critiquing these minor things, but put some fucking effort into this story if you're gonna go this hard at faking it, lass. Maybe that's why people left the angry emoji, because of how shit the grammar and English is here. Not giving Scottish people a good name here, Kira. It didn't develop and form the correct way, and it has been this way since early stages of pregnancy. While the ventricles leak the blood that should be pumping around her body, her heart struggles. Now, while this is terrifying for us both as parents, we can't begin to understand what lies ahead for us both and her 2 families. The pain, etc. our girl will go through, and questioning what type of life she may have. Etc. is so funny. Like, oh, my kid's just been diagnosed with cancer, so they're gonna go through like pain, etc, etc. It's like, I wouldn't be so lax about, you know, the potential death of your newborn, etc. That's great. We need to hope and pray when she arrives again, we will find out more answers and pray that while it is highly likely this is the only issue, there may be more. Ever heard of a comma, Kira? Fuck me.
A what? Sorry?
A comma?
Right.
Do you not have commas in Scotland?
Also, I came in because I wanted to see if she was typing in Scots or if she
No.
bad grammar.
Nah, no Scots. The first defect will need to be corrected with open heart surgery when she is born. No doubt now premature to ensure her heart doesn't fail and impact on her lungs. Thankfully, both defects are treatable, and the cardiologist and NICU team we have spoke to feel very confident that they will fix these issues. Whatever, right? Fuck all that. We can bin it all out. Why exactly is she saying all this? I believe that the reason behind this, like, I guess, this implantation into her family's minds that there is a birth defect is so that when she gets cold feet in a couple weeks and people start to realize, oh, hang about, like, just fucking hold your horses there a little bit. This baby isn't seeming to age, like, at all. Before people can get to that point, she can just, I don't know, chuck it in the fucking bin and say, oh, you wouldn't believe it, Wee Gardener's died. Ah, what a fucking shame. Yeah, she's died of, like, you know, etc. Like, all these things, like, all that, you know what I mean? Now, we gave it a good effort, but, try again another time, I guess. Fuck it. Little do you guys know that wee Prince here, he's just been a doll this whole time. Like, he's just an animatronic. What's he doing now? Why are you crying? He doesn't like it when you hold him like this. There you go.
You're just holding him weird.
What a weirdo I am. What am I doing? Petting an animatronic. But yeah, I genuinely can't think of any other... Well, I guess maybe it's like... It's a couple things, because this is definitely going to attract her, like, some sympathy points, which she is probably dying for at this point. Like, the whole point of, you know, faking a pregnancy, faking childbirth, faking all this... is, like, it's for attention. Like, that is the crux of the whole matter, surely. I mean, I'm not a psychologist, but I don't think it takes one to, you know, figure that out. So this here, it might just be part of that ploy for attention, but I think it is that, but also combined with when I inevitably need to get rid of this baby and people don't, like, so people don't know that it was fake or whatever, I can do so, and if I plant the seeds early, it'll be a lot more believable.
Or that same morning, I wake up at 7:30 and I've got a text message for Kira saying, "Hi, it's Bonnie Lee. I was born at 2:46 a.m. I weigh 5 pound 4 ounce, the exact same weight as my daddy when he was born." And I send her a video and I'm like, oh my god, like, congratulations, she's so cute. But I felt so bad because she done it on her own. She sent me a video of her walking out of the hospital. All through the pregnancy, she was saying that Jamie and his family are the worst people ever, they didn't help her through it, and painting them out to be really evil people.
Yeah, and I guess, to be fair, like, I didn't even clock that, by the way. Like, when I first heard this, I thought that she said Jamie's family sucked, but Neva's saying there that she said Jamie herself fucking sucked. So if anything, that just adds to the sympathy that she's trying to get here by being, like, stuck with the father who is fucking incompetent and horrible and doesn't want it, and his family sucks as well. I'm just a wee fly in a world of fly swatters. Can barely fucking even get that sentence out, just the frustration seething within me. Picturing how annoyed she must be at the situation she's conjured up for herself. And I guess maybe evidence for Jamie being so incompetent and uncaring is that he didn't even bother to show up to the childbirth. Oh, what a fucking prick! Scared of a little childbirth, is he? Nah, probably, actually, to be fair, he's probably in fucking maths class, learning about Pythagoras' theorem. If she had gone through childbirth in school, they would have just given her, like, an ice pack. There you go, just fucking put that on your pussy and go about your day, innit? You could have both your legs sawed off in school, and I swear, like, they always just gave you an ice pack, and that was it. Although, to be fair, when I watch, like, American films and that, there's, like, a whole room for, like, medical stuff. And they have, like, beds and curtains a lot of the time as well. That's not a thing over here. You just go to, like, some office, they give you an ice pack, and then you vomit in a bin, and then they just send you back to class. No, they put you in a bean bag. Yeah, they put you in a bean bag, give you a vomit bag, an ice pack, and then send you back to class, no matter how bad the injury was. Anyway, we obviously all know the real reason as to why Jamie was not allowed at the actual childbirth. Like, whether he wanted to come or not, it was never gonna happen.
On the second day, she takes the baby up to Jamie's house, and the mum says, "It's a doll, it's no moving, it's freezing cold." So Kira grabs the doll in the car seat, makes Jamie take her to Wisher General, says to Jamie, "You're not allowed in because you're not allowed in any of the appointments." And Jamie believed it because for the first appointment that he took her to she had told him that you're not allowed in.
So Jamie's mum clocked on immediately. This might be why Kira don't like Jamie's family, because they're immediately able to clock onto her shit. They probably interacted with, like, you know, liars in their lives, and they can spot one a mile off, and they don't like this lady. And who could fucking blame them? The kid that she's just given birth to has been immediately found out by them to be a fucking doll. The ruse really didn't last long. Like, yeah, if you give to be fair, it was silly of Kira to give the doll to them, because obviously they're going to hold it and think, what is this? This is, come on now. What are we doing here? Was she relying that much on just, like, good faith and goodwill and, like, trust in things like childbirth? Like, I think she was just relying on the idea that lying about having given birth to a baby and actually having, like, a doll of it and pretending it's real is so out of the question for most people that they wouldn't even question why the baby was cold, why it clearly looked like a fucking doll. But either way, she shits herself and wants to fuck out of the house immediately, go back to the hospital because the baby's ill or whatever, got this heart defect, but Jamie's not allowed in. I wonder fucking why Jamie's not allowed in the hospital. So what's going on in the hospital then? She's just knocking about the fucking hall with a doll or something. Probably going off to the cafe. Just grab a croissant and an iron brew or something. Finish that off, have a nice snack, go back to Jamie. Oh, the baby's in really bad nick, this kid. Let me actually get you a picture of the baby so you can put a face to the doll. There you go. I forgot how ridiculous it looks, man. Look at that. Oh, you know what? There are some pictures where it does look like quite real, though. You can definitely understand how, like, at a glance, you wouldn't really question it, because I mean, as much as I made fun of it earlier, you wouldn't assume that someone has faked this, especially a close friend, a close family member. That would be the last thing on your mind. So even if it looked fake, I'm sure you would trick yourself into believing, like, no, I'm being weird here. Maybe it's just a different looking baby. Like, there's no way she's faked all this. That's why I don't blame any of the people here for not realizing that the baby wasn't real. Apart from maybe Jamie. Like, I hate to victim blame here, but Jamie, like, did you not, like, hug it at any point or give it a kiss or do anything of that sort? Like, apparently he was giving it walks in, like, the pram in the park alone and shit. The fact that he didn't realize something was up is mind-blowing to me.
She comes out and she says to Jamie that the baby is fine with just to keep it wrapped up, and the baby has mucus. And she only says the baby has mucus because Jamie wanted a DNA test, and you can't take a DNA test if the baby's got mucus. So she's very smart.
Like, if you go on her search history, it's probably just ChatGPT all across the fucking mall. You get on it, and it's just conversations like, let's say hypothetically there was someone who wanted to fake having a child, how would they avoid taking a DNA test? I don't think she was smart enough to come up with that on her own. I don't think she went to fucking med school or learnt about that independently, like. But regardless of how she learnt about it, that is correct. You cannot really take a DNA test when a baby has that much mucus. Because taking a swab and getting, like, the accurate DNA reading is incredibly difficult. There's too much contaminants in there. It just wouldn't work. You gotta wait for the mucus to subside.
Me saying, Neve, I need to get out of this house. So I text her and I say, do you want me to come and pick you up since you've just had a baby? I'll drive. And she's like, aye. And she says, I'll bring the pram so we can go a walk, because she didn't ever want to sit in the house.
Yeah, so in her mind, it's like, oh, this will be really enticing. If I bring the pram, we can go on a walk together. It's like this cute thing where me and my lifelong friend are celebrating with my kid or whatever. But I feel as though realistically, the reason why she's bringing the pram everywhere is because the longer the baby is in an actual house for, the more likely that the family members are coming up, oh, what a cute baby, may I see it, may I hold it, may I do whatever, and the more likely it is that she gets caught out in her shit. It is all quite meticulous though, like, really, because the reason the baby's all wrapped up and shit, and, like, these medical conditions is like, oh, the baby's cold, he's freezing, it's like this horrible thing, so we have to constantly wrap it up, you cannot really see it. I'll give her this, she did not half-ass this at all. Like, she really went all in.
And I say, Kira, I'm outside, do you want a hand? And she goes, no, it's okay. So anyway, I go to her door, and she doesn't expect me to be there, so the car seat is, like, facing out, and then I'm like, oh my god, she's tiny, she's so cute, because she's wrapped up, she's got a big hat on, and she's got a dummy in, and I'm like, oh my god, she's so cute, and Kira's like, I know, I have to keep her wrapped up, because we had her at the hospital yesterday, and I was just thinking, like, I said to her, Kira, we're not taking the way on a walk, because you've already took the baby to the hospital, and you've been told, like, it's too cold, to take it a walk.
Yeah, I was thinking that, like, a walk in the Scottish winter probably isn't best for a baby that is recovering from mucus and is at a low body temperature. You want to keep that fucking thing warm.
And she made Jamie take the baby a walk, like, up the kelpies and all that. And this doll you could actually feed, and literally, like, in the same minute it would shit. She asked me, can you take me to Morrison's? And I say, aye, of course I can. That's where she works, so she wanted to show everybody in her work.
But this is what confuses me, because if she's being so careful about taking it to the house and stuff, why is she bringing, I guess, this is her banking, like, or I guess cashing in on the attention that she was planning from the very beginning. Like, she probably, you know, conjured this whole plan, had the fucking pinboard and everything, with the Morrison's trip on day 4 being planned the whole time. Like, okay, today's the day I take it to work, get all the attention I need there, then I will go to my grandparents, get the attention I need there, then my friend from primary school, get the attention there, my pet fucking squirrel, get my attention, and then when I've got everything I need, I'll pretend it died. And then when it dies, I can do another world tour. I'll go to Morrison's, get the attention, but I'm telling them that my kids died, get like all the sympathy there and shit. Maybe they'll let me off work for a little bit. Maybe I'll get a couple more donations. My parents will be a lot more relaxed with me. The relationship will stay, because what kind of dickhead would break up with someone after their kids just died? I need emotional support, man. Like, this whole thing is so multifaceted and layered. Like, the more you think about it, the more genuinely disgusting it actually does get. Like, this woman is completely fucking deranged.
So we get there, and she says, Neve, can you push the pram till I get a couple of things? She was getting Red Bull and stuff. And then she takes the pram and she takes it up to the office bit, and everybody's coming out and looking in the pram, saying, oh my god, she's so cute, she's tiny, congratulations, putting money in.
Like, yeah, it is, like, it's just scammy as well. Like, she's scamming people. I also just find it disgusting in general that she's lying about, like, health defects and, you know, medical issues that serious. Especially when her best friend Neve here seems to not have any fucking arms. Like, look at her. Yeah, look, poor lassie's got no fucking hands. Talk about rubbing salt on the wound, man.
Then we get the doll back in mine, and I'm driving 20 mile an hour on the motorway, so I don't hit any bumps, I don't make, like, the baby scared or put it into shock or anything. Like, I was just being so careful with it because I had a doll in the car. My mum just sits back down and we're just talking to Kira and that, and Kira stands up and, like, shows us these big nappy things that she's wearing. She's like, because of all the blood and all that. And so we're believing her, and we're just, like, talking to Kira and asking her about everything, and she always had an answer for absolutely everything. She was still making Jamie and his family out to be these horrible people. And Jamie is phoning her asking for a DNA test, and she's like, no, I know that, like, no, the veins got mucus, we can't do it. And her cousin had phoned her and said, Kira, I'm not being funny, but why have you took the Wayne up to your pal's house if not even all your family's seen her? And she was like, I'll bring her up tomorrow. And her cousin was like, no, we've got a concert. So Kira was, like, getting ready to go, and my mum says, oh, you're not leaving without giving us a wee cuddle.
She's getting, like, fucking calls up the wazoo here, and she's probably loving it. Like, all this attention is like, oh my god, it's fucking brilliant. Like, all this dopamine that she's getting from it. The plan is coming to fruition, and there's probably some sick thrill that she gets as well, like, answering the questions that she has planned so vehemently for. Like, as they're asking her questions and she's answering them so easily because she's done all this research or whatever, she's probably thinking, oh my god, I am smashing this! Ugh! Like, I'm telling you, I'm joking about it, but it's so true. Like, she's probably fucking loving it. Like, feeling like some ultra genius. Neve brings up her cousin there, who's mad that, you know, the baby's not been shown to the family first, and she's bringing it up to the pal. But, Kira's cousin actually has a TikTok as well and done some lives after this story come out. We'll have a look at those later, though.
So Kira was, like, getting ready to go, and my mum says, oh, you're not leaving without giving us a wee cuddle? And she's like, no, nobody's touching the Wayne. Nobody's getting to hold the Wayne.
Just for reference, by the way, Wayne is baby in Scotland. Or not even baby, it's just kid, really. In London, we call them Utes. In America, what do you call them? Just kids, I guess. What?
Say again?
What, in Scotland?
Yeah.
Wayne.
Oh, okay. Wayne or Bairn?
Bairn.
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 What the
That's what you said, Bairn.
Bairn?
Bairn.
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 There you go.
Alright, that's not what you said the first time, though.
Bairn? Whatever, yeah.
I ain't never heard anyone in Scotland call a kid a bairn. Nah, never. I've never heard that. Everyone says Wayne.
I've already took her to the hospital yesterday. She's no well. When I'm taking her home,
Hame is home as well, just for people who don't know, Hame is home. But yeah, whatever. I feel the mask is starting to slip now. Like, the closer people get to actually interacting with the baby closely, the more likely she is to flip out and, like, get emotional and throw all logic away. Like, no, don't! Because the worst thing that could happen at this point is people realize she's been faking, like, all of those months of lies and, like, deception and scams. You could not fucking imagine the stress that must be gone through her. Like, the thought of being caught out on all that shit. It must be horrific.
She phoned Jamie and was like, Jamie, you need to be at mine for this time to feed the Wayne. So that was fine. And then the next day comes and I go on Snapchat to realise that all the pictures of Bonnie and videos of Bonnie have been deleted for our chats.
See, that is like the sort of thing that if you break up with someone, you delete all of your, like, relationship posts, like your stories or whatever, the posts on your Instagram or whatever, but you don't do that with a fucking kid. Like, you know what, young 2-week-old child? I'm breaking up with you. We are no longer together. I'm taking you off my social media so people know we've broken up, and I'm leaving the door open for other 2-week-old babies to slide into these DMs. Like, you know, obviously, like, when you see someone delete the post of their fucking baby, all of them, something very dire has happened. Especially because of the heart defect and all that shit. They're probably thinking the worst. You're like, oh no, the kid's, he's dead. Or deed, as they'll probably say.
So I text her, I'm like, Kira, what the fuck? Why have you deleted all the pictures of Bonnie Lee? She opens it and ignores it. And then I add Jamie on Snapchat and he sends laughing faces and I'm like, what the fuck? But my niece, who works in Airdrie, had sent me a message saying, Neve, is this a doll?
Oh, they're in Airdrie. Yeah, everything makes sense now. The biggest freaks are all in Airdrie. All of them. Big up all the Dankyjabo viewers watching this from Airdrie, by the way.
Say that you prefer Coatbridge and watch them riot.
No. Airdrie is better than Coatbridge. No, I shouldn't say that, because then the Coatbridge viewers will be pissed. Airdrie's got spunk, it's got personality, you know? You'd rather be in, like, a mental city than a boring one. It's not a city, I know, but you know what, area. Substitute city for area. You know what I mean. Let's not be fucking annoying about this, yeah?
And my mum had said, Neve, it might be a doll, because she wouldn't let any of us touch it. And then it all came out. I don't know if it was her mum or cousin that walked in on her, and basically the doll was just left and she was on her phone, and everybody found out that it was a doll.
Pretty anticlimactic way to figure it all out. She just left the doll stood upright as she was, like, what, playing Clash Royale or something, and someone just walked in on her. That's, like, worse than getting caught wanking. You know what? I say that's like what? That is way worse. That is way worse than that. I think you'd rather get caught doing pretty much anything. Like, you'd rather get caught doing fucking heroin than that shit. Hopefully she won her game, though.
Don't know how to feel right now. Like, I feel so fucking dumb. Because I was in Morrison's where I had the doll in my car, I had the doll in my house, like, she was sitting in my house making bottles up and all that, like...
Who's house, by the way, just for the Americans watching this? I'm sure you can all tell, like, contextually. It's just funny, though.
I just can't believe how much one person can affect somebody, and she has affected me like nobody else has ever affected me this bad. Like... I feel like if somebody has to tell me I'm pregnant, I'm going to just punch it and be like, no, you're not.
Wow, that's like generational trauma. That probably don't do that. Just, you know, for the record, just don't ever tell this lady that you're fucking pregnant. That is the biggest mistake of your life, because you won't be pregnant for much longer. Look at these text messages, by the way, between Kira and Jamie. This is from Jamie's phone. Jamie says, "For fuck's sake," which is a great reaction to, you know, your kid dying. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why did the kid die? Kira says something happened to Bonnie Lee, but I need someone here with me to explain things to you so you can understand. Jamie just says, what? I think Jamie's just done with her shit at this point. Like, Jamie is not he's not happy in this relationship. I think it's pretty clear. Kira says, Bonnie Lee died, but you need to give me time to tell you everything, etc. And I will, I promise. I mean, like, if a kid dies, you don't tell your partner over fucking text messages. You don't even break up with people over text messages if you're, like, a mature person. At least a call if you're, like, not in the same area. Also, again, I love that reaction. What the fuck? What the fuck? My kid's dead? Whoa. Weird. Please, I know you want answers, but please, Jamie. Please what? You've left me in the dark for long enough. I'm coming up. You ain't getting in, so charge on. Like, you won't get in. This isn't fair. Selfish. It's such a bizarre reaction to, like... Because Jamie genuinely believes that his kid's dead. To be fair, like, there isn't really a blueprint on how to act in a situation like this. Like, he's not been given a great through ball here to react well. After Neve came out with this story, someone on TikTok actually came out with another story. They met, Kira on holiday. And even on holiday, she was conjuring up these stories and, like, making shit up and basically writing fanfic about herself. So we'll give that a watch.
So... here we all were in a pool, just going about our day. So kind of after that, she started kind of opening up a wee bit more. She told me that she'd just beat stage 3 cancer and all of this, and that's why she was on the holiday. And she was basically had been through a really hard time, and she just wanted like a fresh start.
So yeah, she just makes shit up as a hobby. Like, her hobby is just lying to people and getting like a thrill out of it. This is like if Better Call Saul was shot in Scotland, this is basically it.
She'd told me that she had a daughter at home who was at home with the boyfriend, but turns out that was a lot of shite, and she doesn't actually have a daughter, any kids at all. So like, this is what she'd posted, saying that she was over the moon, like, and it had loads of comments on it saying, oh, she's gorgeous and all of this. Now, that post was actually quite believable, but I was still a bit like, 5 weeks early. Now, this was the next picture that she...
It looks so fake. It's easy to say in hindsight, but like, fuck me. Look at that, man. It's not that it's ugly, it's that it does look plastic, though.
I know, but it looks like swollen, like it's just out. It's fresh out.
Yeah, I hear it. Like, you definitely... This is what I said. Like, you would understand why someone who's invested, like, who's like a family member or a friend, would believe that that is a real baby. Because you wouldn't think, like, no, she's faked it.
She posted, and I'm looking at it, and I was like, that baby looks dead. Like, and then the more I looked at it, I was like, that's a reborn doll. Like, just the skin, the texture of the skin, everything. So I'd screenshotted it and sent it to a couple of my pals, because I was like, look at this baby. And they were like, no, surely no, surely no. So there's about me and 5 of my pals now elbow deep in this lassie's Facebook to see what's going on. Then she posted this photo, and that was what topped it for me.
After that, Kira's cousin came out with a TikTok live stream. Obviously, it was a live stream. There's not really many clips of it because it's just a girl and Adri. Like, no one's really watching these and clipping these up like fucking, I don't know, Ash Trevino. But there is this screenshot here from Abby Robinson's video, so big ups to her. Go show her some love. She ended up getting, Kira says, not one person except Jamie was told it passed away. Everyone else found it out to be a doll. So I don't know. I guess for some reason she just wanted to make Jamie fucking, like, crushed and devastated, but tell everyone else it was a doll. Everyone had been speaking in the village about it, which, I mean, I believe that to be fair. Fuck all happens in Airdrie. So when this must have been like, this is the talk of the town for sure. They'll be talking about this in like 20 years. There'll be fucking books written about this shit. I think my family started getting suspicious because of my behavior. I wasn't letting anyone near her, etc. Like, wouldn't let them hold her, etc. She loves an etc, this lady, doesn't she? Someone contacted my auntie to say people were talking, going to Facebook, so my mum and aunt came to the house and found it to be a doll. It's a thrilling story, really, isn't it? Thanks, great-gran and granddad, for my chair. I'm even opening my eyes to start being nosy in it. And then there you go, that's the picture of the baby, just looks completely fake. Why is her name on Facebook like a Xbox gamer tag from 2010? Ex-cousins X-Kira. So everyone would name their shit like that, like XX Sniper Gamer XX. Also, look, you can do, like, specific emojis. A love heart, a thumbs up there. So that means that the emojis in the last one were legit. Like, someone actually thumbs up to the baby's gonna die soon. Anyway, the story went way more viral than pretty much anyone was expecting, so in response, Neve put a second video out.
For anybody that's going to ask, how did you know it was a doll? I could tell. Like, no. Like, shut the fuck up, because you weren't there. You weren't involved. Like, you don't know how she was acting. Like, we just thought she was being an overprotective mum. And for the people that are going to say, like, I think she needs help.
Yeah, I mean, to say, oh, you should have known or whatever, I think it is a very silly thing to say. It's all well and good saying that now that we fucking know the whole story. This is like, I don't know, imagine your dad, for example, went to work one Saturday and got murdered on the way back home. And then, like, a year later, a friend of yours was like, you know what, mate, I've been thinking about this. your dad shouldn't have gone to work that Saturday. And you're like, oh, why do you say that, mate? And he's like, because he got murdered, there's murderers about. I'm like, oh, well, fucking thank you, mate. Thank you. It's like, obviously, now that he's dead, yeah, we know that there were fucking murderers, but how are we meant to know that before it fucking happened? It's like, no, it was just so obvious. Like, the guy, he was fucking murdered. Like, obviously, there were murderers there, right? It's just, like, how could you not know that? I know it's not exactly the same, but, like, considering the emotional investment they put into this, like, actual, like, doll here being a baby, I wouldn't say it's too dissimilar. Maybe it is, but you get the point I'm making, right?
She needs jail. She needs, like, something bad to happen to her. Like, the way she has made Jamie and his family feel, the way she has made her own family feel. I've got text messages for her auntie that lives in Wales saying, I sent £500 up because I couldn't make the gender reveal. Like, how do you think she feels? Believing that she was going to be a great auntie.
Probably feels great because she's not in fucking Airdrie. In Wales instead. I had to send 500 because I couldn't make it to the gender reveal, but deep down she's like, I can make it, I just don't want to go to fucking Airdrie. I'd rather be in Wales. I actually love Airdrie. It's just, these are funny jokes. I live right by it. It's nice there. Yeah, it's just sort of an area, to be fair. Like, it's just a bog standard village in Scotland. Biggest selling point is that, like, the best thing to do in Airdrie is go to Glasgow.
She doesn't need any sort of help. She needs jail. Like, I kind of want Jamie to take it to court to get her done for emotional damage that she's caused him.
I would say she also does need help, though. Like, in order to be that mentally ill, there needs to be some lot of, like, process of rehabilitation there. Let's say she does go to jail, she does get damage for that. She's not going to be in there for fucking life, but she's not going to get fucking executed for this shit. So she's still going to be knocking about the planet, like, doing normal human things. So ideally, she would get the help that she needs so that shit like this don't happen in the future. To be fair, this TikTok story kind of helps with that because now everyone knows who she is, and, like, any background check, you type her name in on fucking Google, like, everyone's gonna know about this shit now. So when Neve sat there saying, like, she needs something bad to happen to her, I think you've done a pretty good job there. And I'm not even saying that it's undeserved. I think this is, like, perfectly fine, actually. But I do disagree with that, though. I do think she needs help. Although I do understand as well, like, why someone who was involved in the situation wouldn't have nearly as much sympathy as someone who's just, like, an outsider.
I just can't believe it. And I already feel like such a fool, like, for no realising that a real life doll, like, she must have paid, like, close to £1,000 for it. So, like, no, you couldn't really tell. You couldn't tell at all.
I'd love to buy a reborn doll. If we hit up 300,000 subscribers, I'll buy a reborn doll, go to a park in Airdrie, and, like, kick it about, like, drop kicks with it and shit, and see if people, like, come over to try and, like, help us and beat me up to save the baby. That'll be the test to see if it looks real or not. Like, it looks real and I'm in the park, and I just, like, goal kick it like someone at the fucking the goal in a football match. And we'll see how good the people of Airdrie are. Will they help this poor baby who's getting fucking killed? If we don't hit 300,000 subs, though, I'll do it with a real baby. So the stakes are high. You know what to fucking do.
So it would be like, you need to look at the car seat, feel like there. The closest I got to her was when she opened the door, and I just looked in, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. And I wish I had realised. I really wish I had. But if I had realised when she was in my house, then I don't know what would have happened. I would have probably went crazy. So I'm glad I kind of never found out that when she was in my house, because I don't know what would have happened. But she doesn't need any sort of help. She needs the jail. She really does. And I'm shite at TikTok. I don't know how to upload all the pictures and all that. So I'll try and do it, but if I can't, I can't. It's all on my Facebook anyway. But I felt like I had to make this because everybody is tagging me and shit. And I just want people to know that I was no involved in it whatsoever. And I feel just deflated. I feel like I'll not be able to trust anybody for a long time if they tell me, like, they are pregnant, I'll be wondering, like, is it a doll? Is it real?
At least she's like grown and changed as a human being from the past couple of days. Like, no longer will she punch the pregnant lady in the stomach. Now she'll just question in her head. So I feel that there's growth there. You know what I mean?
She is fucked up. She's an actual demon. I hope I never see her again.
I think that's totally reasonable. Why would you want to fucking see her again? I don't know if she'll have any friends left after all this. Let's have a look at some of these pictures and stuff that she's posted, though.
And then she was buying the baby clothes. And then the mum and gran bought the £1,000 pram. Then she sent me a video of the baby kicking. Then she posted on Facebook saying thanks to the gran and great-gran for buying her a chair.
Has she just stuffed like a hamster in there or something? How'd she get the kicking done? This is like a high-tech fucking operation going on here.
Then there was just more photos of Kira and Bonnie Lee, this doll. Then in a few settings, the text messages are going to come up where she says that she had took Bonnie Lee to the hospital.
Yo, is that AI? What was that? The baby's like moving and shit. That can't be real. Look, has she AI'd the baby? She's AI'd that. That's like insane. It takes one to know one. Again, I'm almost fucking bored of this caveat. For new viewers, I'm not AI. It's just a 3-point lighting setup, right? Fucking can it.
Because she was cold, etc. Then all the blue chats that you'll see is me when I found out that it's a doll. That's her saying happy birthday to me.
You're in Wishaw. Why lie to us? Mate, I'm fuming. Again, it's like the most reasonable reaction ever.
And then this is what her aunties just sent me here.
Holy shit, she went off. Stay in that hospital till you get the help you need. You lied to my mum's face, my sisters and nieces. I had that doll in my car, went to Morrison's with you, and that is a grossly intimate experience, by the way, going to Morrison's with someone. That's like a fucking consummation right there. So I understand the hatred here. Being there for you, for all of it to be a lie. You're sick as fuck. Telling Jamie the doll had died. You're no right in the head. Fuck me. You know what I love as well? She sent all these messages on Tuesday, and then the next day came, and she was like, you know what? I'm fucking going back to that message. She's not responded, but I'm going back to give her more of a piece of my mind. I think she actually has released a public statement, this Kira girl. I want to find this. There was a video that another creator made. Oh no, she's going live over the weekends to give her side of the story. Oh, this is not a good idea, lass. I've just found out Instagram, by the way. This is a fucking goldmine here. I'm sorry to everyone. I did not think straight head is messed up from past trauma. My life has to move on. Oh, fuck me, lass. This is tragic. I wasn't pregnant. There was no baby. I made it up and kept it going way too far. I take scans, messages, a whole birth story, and acted like a doll was real, baby. I know how bad it is. Fucked up. I just didn't know how to stop once I started. Neve, I'm so sorry. You were there for me through it all. You cried happy tears, picked me up, brought me places, believe me. Whatever, right? You fucking get it. I don't have a proper excuse. I wasn't in a good headspace till fucking... Right, you get the idea. At least she is, like... At least she's being apologetic to an extent. Like, she's not completely in denial. Then again, I don't know if this is actually a real account here. I think it's a real account because, like, I mean, I guess we'll have to see if she goes live. I really don't know. Like, when you look at the following, it does look as though it's just like a regular young girl. Obviously, the followers are inflated because the story's gone viral. And like the actual messages here, so many death threats. I know I've done wrong, but stop with them. It makes like this sounds like something that someone in this situation genuinely would be saying and posting. Now, there are definitely some like accounts of her that are completely fake. Like this one, for example. This one's like almost creepy how fake it is. Follow for a storytime account going private, and it's just that one picture put into Sora or something, and they made it move.
This is Bonnie Lee. If you want a storytime follow, as I'm making the account private.
How is the baby's arms moving though? Because it's fucking AI, you idiot. I can't believe people think this is real. Jesus Christ. People in the comments of this TikTok think that this is a real video. How do people think that this AI video is real, but they think the real me is AI? What the fuck is going on here? I'm pissed off now.
Can I just disclaim, none of my family knew.
What is this AI Scottish accent? What's a family? None of my family knew. Family. I guess the AI hasn't mastered Scottish accents yet. But again then, like, look at the video. It's so obvious.
Ouch. It hurts.
Oh my god. Average pregnancy pains and contractions. Oh, ouch. Oh, that is a bugger. Not good, that one. Those are the noises that people make when giving birth. Oh. Oh. Oh, not good. These don't feel too good, actually.
Don't be so rude, please. Full story out later.
You know what, I'm getting annoyed here. I can feel myself like riling up inside, so I feel as though now is a good place to end the video. Mental story. I do believe that she does need help though. I hope she gets the help that she needs, and that's pretty much all you can say about this situation. Like, I hope that she improves and changes as a person and doesn't end up like this fucking sick, twisted individual for the rest of her life. She's young. I think she has the capability to change. I think she definitely has the capability to see where she went wrong and become a much better person. But I also don't feel bad for her that this story has become as viral as it is, because she has done an undoubtedly really shitty thing here and negatively affected the lives of many, many people who are meant to be her closest friends and family members. She's also indirectly led to a lot of pregnant people getting punched in the stomach, so that's not a good thing either. But on the bright side, she's put Airdrie back on the news, so I guess that's something. But either which way, that's the end of this video, so as always, hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.